What's up, everybody? Randy coming back at you, FPV Trends, and today let's talk about 10 items that you can't do without if you have an Avata. And then I got some honorable mentions as well. Now, this is not necessarily a top 10 because that would be specific to me and everybody's going to have their own opinions. But it is 10 items that I believe somebody should have if they're going to have a good experience with their Avata and continue to be able to fly it and take care of it. Everything I'm going to show you in this video, I'm going to list in the description below with links. And those are affiliate links if you don't mind supporting me and my channel here. And it could even save you some money by using some of these links in the description below. I'm going to number them just like I'm going to number the items that I'm going to be showing you here. So if I'm talking about number 1 in the description, it'll be the item number 1. If I'm talking about number 3, it'll be number 3 in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 1, something that you can't do without if you have the Avata is a 90-degree USB-C adapter. This allows you to be able to plug it into a cord, and let's just get a cord here. And instead of having to take the SD card out of your Avata, it allows you to be able to open the door up and just plug it straight into the Avata without having to fight the props or anything like that. So this is the number 1 item. If you don't have anything else, you should at least have one of these right here. And then, you know, get you a good cable to go along with it as well. But you should definitely have one of these. Number 2, you should get you some Drone Tech props. I made a video about these about a month ago and my testing of these props. And let me tell you, these props really do increase, in my opinion, increase a little bit of the power of the Avata. Now, it's not, you know, a fix-all. It's not going to increase it by a whole lot, but I feel like that that these props here, these Drone Tech props, actually do increase the torque of the drone and allow you to be able to throttle up a little bit faster. Plus, they're really good props. They're bright orange, and you can see your drone if you do have an accident. Number 3 is a 65-watt charger. This is the one I have here, and I love this charger. I actually charge up my Avata batteries with it all the time. I did buy a little 1-foot 100-watt cable, fast charging cable that I use with it, and I just plug this in and just plug my Avata batteries in. And it charges them in about 37, 38 minutes, somewhere around there, 40 minutes, somewhere around there each. And so, yeah, you definitely need to get you a 65-watt charger and a 1-foot cable. If there's one thing that everybody complains about, it's the new Goggles 2 fit, how comfortable they are, or should I say uncomfortable they are. They don't fit very well. I found this foam, and it just Velcros on right here. And boy, let me tell you something. This has really changed everything with these goggles. It comes with a new little cover here to put on your goggles so that you can just slip it right down in there. And let me tell you something. These things fit terrific. So you definitely need to get you some foam for your goggles. And they do come from overseas, so it did take about a month to get them, to get the foam. But let me tell you something. There's zero light leak. For me, it fits my nose perfect now, and it fits around the forehead. It's just so comfortable. The old foam that comes with it's not really a foam, it's more like a rubber piece that comes with the goggles too, will always leave marks around your nose and around your forehead. This doesn't do that, so you definitely need to get you some foam. I'm just looking over here to be sure you can actually see it because it's so dark. Trying to get it in the light there. There we go. So you definitely want to get you some of this foam here and put them on your goggles for a more comfortable, better fit. Number 5 is ND filters. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why would I want ND filters on my Avata? Well, here's the reason why. Now these ND filters are from Skyreet. These are not the DJI Avata ones, but these things work perfectly. They snap into place really easily and they come off really easily. And you've got to be careful which versions you buy. I've seen some out there that I've actually purchased that once you put them on the Avata camera, it doesn't come off until you break it. I mean, you have to literally break it off. These work really well. They fit on, they come off. But here's why I like them. I'm not necessarily using any of the filters, but I am using this one here. This is called a PL filter, and it takes out, from what I understand, it takes out like the yellow rays or the blue rays or something of the sunlight, but it's basically clear. And what I use it for is protection of my camera lens. So I keep this on there, and that way if I have a crash, it protects my camera lens. So I'm not necessarily using the filters, but I am using the PL one to just go ahead and give me some added protection on my camera lens. And I would recommend that you do the same too. So get you a set of ND filters that has that PL on it, the clear one, and use it as your camera protection. Number 6. I've been seeing a lot of people saying this because now we have to attach our phones to the goggles to be able to fly the Avata in the United States. And they're saying, well, it's taking up the plug. So I don't personally have this splitter, but I did find a really good splitter. And it's basically a USB-C to USB 2C's splitter. And so when you plug it into your goggles, and I'm doing this right here like I've got my goggles on, but when you plug it into your goggles, it brings out a little splitter so you can plug the phone into one and you've still got one open spot. It's a real short Y connector, and they also make one as well that is this. The one I'm showing you right now is actually USB-C male to 2 USB-C females. But here's the one right here that is actually a USB-C to USB-C and a USB. Okay, so you might want to have that added USB there to be able to use it as well. So either one of these I think would be a great addition to the Avata. I don't personally have them because I don't use anything else to plug into it. I only plug my phone into it. I don't see any use for plugging anything else in my personal opinion. But if you're having that situation where you need to be able to plug something else in, by all means get you a splitter like this. And that brings me to number 7, which is the cell phone. You know, I was plugging my personal cell phone in, and I use my cell phone to do a lot of filming with as well. But you know, you might have somebody call you, you might have somebody texting you or whatever, and it doesn't really disturb the fact that you're flying. But I just got tired of plugging my personal cell phone in. So I started looking around for one of the cheapest cell phones I could find, and that was this cell phone right here. This is actually an Android cell phone. It's a TCL. It's put out by Track Phone, I think it is. And I just didn't put any service on it. So it has 0 service on it because I'm not going to pay a monthly service fee. But it allows me to be able to just keep this in my Avata case. And when I'm ready to fly, it's got I took everything off of it but the DJI app. So you can see that there's nothing left on the phone except for that DJI app right there. There it is right there. I did leave the camera on here, but the DJI app. And so I just made it a basic phone. This is running Android 11, but you can get phones out there that run Android 12 as well. But this one runs 11, and that works the DJI app just fine. And then I got me a little short cable. I think this one's 3 foot, and I got a little short cable. And here's how I'm setting that up. Okay, so you have your lanyard on, and I wanted to wait because I was putting the phone in my pocket. But boy, that's cumbersome. So what I did was I found this case here for this particular phone that has a clip on it. I actually haven't even opened it up yet because I just got it. But basically, it has this clip. Oh, I'm pushing it the wrong way. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here and see how it works. So let's take the foam out of it, take all the paper out of it. Oh, look at that. It came with a it came with a cloth, cleaning cloth, and it came with a screen protector. How about that? So basically what this does is it just allows me to be able to go ahead and start flying. Well, I guess I have to put it in the case first. Let's see here. So this goes in the case like this. Let me get it up here where you can see. Oh, okay. It just snaps right in there. That's good. And there we go. Now it's nice in there in the case. And then all you got to do is just plug this in. Now I will say that this phone here has the has a USB mini plug in it, and that looks like that right. It's not going to focus, is it? Let's see if I can get it to focus. That looks like that. It's not going to focus, but there we go. So you will have to get you a cable. It does come with one. Actually, this might be the one it came with. Yeah, I think this is the one it came with. 3 foot, maybe? I don't know. And that just, you just plug that in the bottom. And then you're just going to plug this part right here into your goggles. Now, this is a regular USB connection. So you will have to use the USB to USB-C adapter that came with your goggles too. And then basically this just goes right in here once you're set up, and that way it's not even shining out in the thing there. And then you just take this clip and just clip it right on your lanyard. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll just have it clipped right on my lanyard, and this will just be plugged into my goggles, and I'll be able to fly. So this will be right on the lanyard there. So that is going to be a lifesaver, and now I'm not using my phone. By the way, this was only $40, so not the case. The case was like $11, I think. The phone was only $40, and like I say, you don't have to put service on it, and yeah, now I can fly my Avata without using my regular phone. I would highly recommend something like this to you. One of the things that the Avata is notorious for is if you have a major crash, is it pops the battery out. Now, you've probably already seen videos on that. I've even made a video on it. And the way I come up with the solution was taking a battery strap and just wrapping it around and just attaching it to itself and just basically holding the battery into the Avata so if you have a crash. However, if you have a crash and you can't find your drone in time, it will shut off because it'll start overheating. Now, how are you going to find your drone if it shuts itself off? Well, I use this little beeper here. And I've Velcroed it to the strap, so when this is around the Avata, then this right here is on the back of the battery, and I have this little remote here. And this is called a remote beeper, key fob finder or something like that. And then all I got to do is just press it. And there you go, I can find my Avata. So, and that has come in handy several times now where I've crashed in the woods, not gotten to it in time, and had to use the this beeper here to be able to find the Avata, and it's worked very, very well. So I'd highly recommend getting you a remote beeper. Now, if you're serious about having fun with your Avata, you definitely need a Fly More kit. If you haven't already gotten you one, you need to go and get one. It's going to come with 2 more batteries, and it's going to come with a charger that has 4 ports in it. Now, I just basically plug this charger into my 65 watt charging station and just leave it plugged in. Then I can just plug all my batteries in here, and it just charges them one at a time until it goes through all of them. So you definitely should get you a Fly More kit. You can actually save a little money by getting the Fly More kit because the batteries are $129, I think. And Fly More kit, I think, is $279, I believe, with the link below. And that gives you 2 batteries and the charging station. And number 10, I would highly recommend that if you're going to fly the Avata a lot, that you go ahead and get you a prop guard and an upper frame. I went ahead and got both of them, and I've got them on standby, so if I have a major crash and the prop guard goes bad or the upper frame goes bad, I don't have to wait for these to be shipped to me. So so I've got them already. So I'm prepared to just be able to go ahead and take care of it. So yeah, you should probably go ahead and have you a propeller guard and an upper kit on hand with you at all times in case you crash. Now, some of the things that didn't make my list, but I think are really cool items, is number 1 is this hand warmer. If you're flying anywhere in the world and it is cold outside, you should get you one of these hand warmers. Basically, this allows you to be able to, well, let's open it up. I'll show you. You'll put your hands up in here, and you got your remote here. Your antenna will stick through the hole here. You got your remote, and you're able to fly. and keep your hands warm. So now you no longer have to freeze your hands outside when you're flying in the cold weather. So now you have no excuse. So get you a hand warmer. These things are really cool. Extra SD cards are great to have on hand. I would highly recommend that you get several of these. This is just one of my many that I have on hand, and I just keep them on hand all the time because you never know, you might fill one up and you're out in the field and you need another one. You can throw it in real quick. One might become corrupted or something, and so therefore you need another one. So I would just keep several of these on hand. A drone landing pad. It's great for when you're in tall grass or when you're in wet grass, when you're in dust, dirt, mud, anything like that. I use one all the time, and actually this is the exact one that I use, and they're great to have. So yeah, go ahead and get you a drone landing pad. And the Skyreach Avata case for the DJI Avata. If you don't already have a case, this is an excellent one. I don't personally have this one. I have the one from DJI. It was a backpack one, and I thought that better suited me. But this is a hard shell case, and as you can see, it neatly fits all your batteries, your Avata, your goggles, and everything into it, and gives it great protection. So yeah, go ahead and get you an Avata case. So there you have it. There's the items that you shouldn't be without if you're going to be flying the DJI Avata. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it. I could use all the help I can get to grow this channel. And I thank you very much for watching this one. Remember, all the links are in the description below, and they are numbered so you'll know which one it is. So until next time, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see each and every one of you on the flip side.